Hello everyone, Loathing Scale here, also known as Scale, and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. So we have enough gas that we can get in and go, but I don't know, is there anything else for me to interact with? Because, yeah, I don't have much in terms of the stuff, so maybe I can come back here, because there's a lot of stuff that's like you need 2 or 3 to open, and I don't have any of that, so... Alright. Hey there, friend. Any luck with the gas? You show the driver your gas can. Well, not his gas can. Well, hey, there's a full can of gas. I knew you could do it. You ready to hit the road? Not quite. In just a minute. Yeah, let's get out of here. He takes the can and empties it into the bus's tank. And with that, we're on our way. All aboard. Get back on the bus. Gain 10 XP. You climb back onto the bus and return to your seat. Soon you're dozing off to the sound of rain spattering on the window beside you. Unfortunately, it's barely an approximation of sleep, the sort of sleep that you slip into so gradually, you don't even know you're asleep until something wakes you. Pluckett Street. You realize that in your meandering thoughts of the past few minutes have been utterly strange, shadowy tendrils, whisperings of ideas. Hey, kid, this is your stop, right? That are now totally forgotten. Ugh. What? All ashore that's going ashore. Thanks for traveling with Willis Bus Co. Disembark. Ocean City, Pluckett Street. The Cola Wars surplus. Murray's Antiques. That's gotta be my uncle's place. It's a bus stop. Army surplus store is closed for the night. Going out of business, sale. Going seems inaccurate. Probably nothing you want here anyway. Keep out. It's a dirty looking hat. This hobo seems unperturbed by the rain. Talk to him. Hey, nice weather we're having. He smiles, then looks up and lets the rain splash his face a while. Suits me just fine. I guess. A wise man once said the rain falls on poor men and rich men alike. Was it before umbrellas were invented, or... My name's Gus, by the way. Hi, I'm Viola. Pleased to meet you, Viola. Say, you wouldn't happen to have a couple of meat to spare, would you? I'll be nice about it. Yeah, I do. You flip Gus some meat, and he beams. You lose 2 meat. Thank you very much, Viola. Old Gus won't forget your kindness, you bet. Take her easy, Gus. There's nothing in that direction except the road you arrived on. Walking all the way back there probably isn't a good use of your time right now. Yeah, valid. Anything with the... Nope. I thought for sure it'd be like you can fall into the drain or something. Because, you know, you're a stick figure. It's a trash can full of trash. Dig through it. You find a discarded bottle of cologne. Cheap cologne. Note on the door says, please, for lease. Closed. I think the store sells broken glass and drafts. Condemned. This building looks perfectly solid. Maybe it's just people renting it that were condemned. Yeah, okay. Trash has exceeded its can's grasp. Given the current conditions, dark and stormy, you probably shouldn't wander into any alleys. Valid. Ocean City, watchful eye. Securbus, building and loan. You can't see anything within walking distance of that direction. Okay, so Ocean City is clearly decimated and destroyed. But given that the Cola Wars surplus is fine, I'm going to assume it's from the Cola Wars. The bell over the door jangles as you walk into Murray's Antiques. The young woman at the counter looks up as you enter. Oh, hi, you must be Viola. We don't get very many customers at this time of night. Or, well, really at all. That's me. Were you expecting me? Yeah. Murray didn't say much about you, but he gave me that letter to mail. My name's Jessica. Oh, geez, you're soaking wet. Come in and I'll get you a towel. You walk over to the counter and try not to drip on any vintage bric-a-brac as Jessica grabs a threadbare bath towel from the shelf and pulls the tags off before tossing it at you. Thanks. Is Uncle Murray here? His letter wasn't very specific. He isn't. You said that in kind of an ominous way. Where is he? Jessica sighs. I I wish I knew. He had a line on another artifact. Is that like a lead? He had a he had a line on another artifact and said it was going to be a tough one. I told him he should get some backup, but he wasn't willing to wait. He just wrote that letter and told me to mail it if he didn't come back. Is there something I'm missing here? This is an antique shop, right? You're trying to talk great Aunt Ruthie into selling her mother's Chesterfield? Will sound like a deadly spy mission? Yeah, this is gonna take some explaining. Okay, now I'm really intrigued. What? Well, we don't have a lot of time just now, but follow me and I'll give you a quick sketch. Okay. Jessica. Oh, it turned bright. Jessica leads you into the back room, furnished with some desks and some strange looking machinery. Bless you. Welcome to our back office. It's the hub of our little operation. Oh, I'm guessing we're actually spies and the antique shop is a front. Or we're the mob and the antique shop is our front. Either way, the antique shop's a front, I'm sure. I haven't read any of the following lines. I'm just going with that. I'm guessing by operation you're talking about something other than antiques. Well, yes and no. See, a few years ago, Murray found out that there's a bunch of antiques circulating that are, well, hinky would be a real understatement. Hinky? Is that like local slang? Murray called them tainted. Dark magic, real bad mojo, cursed. Are you serious? You've got to be kidding me. Oh, on second thought, I thought you were making bathtub gin or something. It's no joke. That's what our real job is here. The antique store is just, well, not exactly a front. We kind of find a lot of regular antiques too, and selling them keeps us in scratch. But really, we're trying to hunt down these evil doodads and neutralize them so nobody gets hurt. And Uncle Murray went out to get one and then never came back, right? That's the long and the short of it, yep. What do you say? Are you in? Absolutely. I'm always up for a crazy adventure. Well, yeah, I can't just leave him in the lurch like this. I don't like the sound of this, but he's family, so I'm just gonna be full. I'm always up for crazy adventures. So yeah, anything that says the word adventure, I'm in. Absolutely, I'm always up for a crazy adventure. Great. You hear the shop door opening, and after a moment, a goblin pokes her head into the office. Goblins! Hello? Oh, hey. That's swell timing. Hey, Gabby. Murray's kid's sister showed up. Oh, Murray's sister's kid. Wow, I was like, that's not what I remember being in the note. Turns out I have it backwards. Showed up. Come meet her. Hi, Gabby. Pleased to meet you. Oh, I go by him, actually. I go by them, actually. Oh, sick. I go by them, actually. Hi, Gabby. Pleased to meet you. Hi. Hello. The pleasure is all Gabby's. Gabby, would you be a dear and carry their luggage to Murray's room? And grab some blankets and stuff out of the cupboard? They can sleep there till we find Murray. You've gotten it. Gabby picks up your suitcase and carries it through the door in the back room. Great, I could really use some sleep. Yeah, I had weird dreams on the bus. It's totally bizarre. Okay, so we're in the back room of the antique shop. This desk is a mess. Ask Jessica about it. Whose desk is this? Murray's. I keep nagging him to straighten it up before someone bumps into it, and we have to call the National Guard to dig them out of an avalanche, with curse-proof shovels and a squad of exorcists handy. Anyway, it's best not to mess with it. Will do. I mean, I won't. Yeah, fair. You're not sure what this clock is telling, but it sure isn't time. I'll talk to her last. There's nobody you need to call right now. Nobody at this desk. Ask Jessica about it. Hey, Jessica, whose desk is this? Charles Wallace, our handyman. He's fixing up a leak on the roof right now, but he'll be back later tonight. I see. You don't have time to play games right now. Ugh, lies. I always do. You cannot even hazard a guess as to what this contraption does. Oh, it's for your hair. It's so this way you can dry it with the curlers and so that this way it stays like that. A modern radio stands here in defiance of the concept of antiques. White cat is snoozing on an old towel. Ask Jessica about it. What's this cat's name? Calliope. Murray got her a couple years ago. You give Callio a good scritchin'. Ah, they actually put scritchin'. Ah! That's always what I call good scratches is scritchins. Anyway. But she doesn't react at all. Why doesn't Calliope like me? She'll warm up eventually. Try giving her some sardines. She loved those. Do you have any sardines? No, we're all out. You can get some more tomorrow. They have them at the Cola War Surplus store next door. Okay. Thanks. You wonder where this door leads? Find out. This is your room. Apparently, you can hear Gabby bustling around in there, making the bed and such. Okay. Well, I'm going to turn in for the night. Hang on a sec. You can't go to sleep yet. I'm pretty sure I can. I bet I could do it right here while I'm still standing up. Well, I hate to spring this on you, but there's something we need you to do before the night's over. Whoa, a mission already? Okay, what's up? You know those cursed artifacts I was talking about? Since info on them is so sketchy, we've been working on a machine that can detect them with radio waves. I call it the Detectotron 1000. We've gotten it up and running since Murray left, and it turned out there's a tainted thing practically right on our doorstep. Huh, that doesn't sound good. Yeah, it's not great. I was going to have Gabby go get it. That's why she came over tonight. But, well, since you turned up out of the blue, I guess there's no time like the present. I'm probably not exaggerating when I say there is literally no time except for the present. What? As in there might not be a future. You won't have far to go. It's just down at the other end of the block. If you're reading this right, there's a newspaper office that got shut down earlier this year. It should be in there. Oh, if the readings are right. Oh, okay. Well, Gabby will go with you. She's good in a fight. Fight? Heck yeah. Well, yeah, hopefully it won't come to that, but you never know. Hey, Gabby? Gabby reappears with an expectant grin. That is the grin that is here for bloodlust, I assure you. Go to the newspaper office with Viola and help them get that hat, okay? Okay, Gabby is ready for an action. Let's mosey. Gabby has joined you as company. Heave a grumpy sigh, let out a tired sigh, make an excited sigh. All right, fine. You said it's a hat? A cursed hat? According to the readouts, yeah. A men's fedora, probably. Oh, God. I can imagine maybe why it's cursed. And I'm supposed to, what, just break in and take it? Well, not break, exactly. I managed to finagle a spare key out of the guy at the realtor's office. I'm pretty sure that still counts as breaking and entering. You'll be in and out and back here and in bed before you know it. You got the newspaper office key. Sweet, let's do it. Gabby! What does this do? Find out. You open the door and there's just a brick wall behind it. Apparently it goes nowhere. Well, hello, Gabby. Gabby grins and gives you a thumbs up. Gab with Gabby. Hi, Gabby. How's it going? All is keen as a peach. Make small talk? Have you lived in Ocean City long, Gabby? Oh, yes. All of Gabby's life is here. Gabby's great grand Gabby came and popped just some blocks over here, or to popping, as they would say. Wow, so your family's been here for quite a while. Yes, 14 years. Any chance you're related to the goblin from the last game. Chew more of the fat. You're a real firecracker in a fistfight, huh, Gabby? Ha ha! Gabby likes fighting and dancing. The two best things. Gabby invented fight dancing once, but this world was unready for it. Maybe 50 years later. You know what? Yeah, I'll give it 50 years. Can I break into this? No. Okay. So it should be... Where are you going? Okay. Goodbye. Is it this one? No, the door says, please... Condemned? Down the alley, right? No, I'm not allowed to go in there. Time to bust in there and find that weird cursed hat. Unlock the door with the key. You take a deep breath and unlock the door. You give the key to Gabby for safekeeping. Go inside. Coffee, AP feed, archives. Hey, I have that coffee cup or the coffee maker. That's the Belletti. There's a little bit of very, very old coffee left in this percolator. Pour it in a cup. Pouring yourself this cup of coffee is the first step on a short, nasty journey. You got nasty old coffee. What? There's nothing left in there except the dregs of dregs, and your standards aren't that low. There's a half-finished document on this typewriter. Read it. Government corruption at an all-time high. The government has once again slashed funding to the city's services and social programs, citing waste, but without offering any supporting figures or explanation as to where the funds have been reallocated to. Additionally, anonymous sources report the typewriter cuts off abruptly as a result of a pink slip next to the typewriter. Read the slip. Curtis, if I've told you once, I've told you 100 times, not enough people buy the paper anymore to keep the lights on this joint. Electricity is expensive because it is a very recent innovation. As such, fully half your salary is paid by government subsidies. This is to say that the hand that feeds you is the hand you keep biting. We go way back, buddy. You've given me no choice. Clean out your desk and scram. Grover Burgess, Editor-in-Chief. You see the corner of a note sticking out from under the bottom desk. Read it. The note says, Tucker, I got you that bottle you wanted. I stuck it under the water cooler where Burgess can't find it and rat us out to the proes. Is it like the prohibitionists? Beck. Under the water cooler, eh? Surely it's not still there, but it wouldn't hurt to check. You right. I'll read the rest of those in a second. Where's the water cooler? Water cooler. There's a big, heavy water cooler. It's got something to hide. Move it. Hey, look, a trap door. Go through it. Watchful eye office. I'm just gonna... that's a later... I'll come back to that. I think I know, perhaps, where the hat is. This desk met a violent end. Search the wreckage. Nothing but homemade toothpicks. This drawer on the one side is slightly ajar. Look inside. You got nasty old leftovers. Ew. I'll read the rest of those. There's crumpled up pink slips on this desk. Read it. Carver, I can't believe I have to tell you this, but it is against company policy for an employee to steal the printing press. You're fired. You are so fired. I need a new phrase to describe it. I'm giving you the axe, and if I see your face here again, I will give you the axe and set you on fire. Grover Burgess, Editor-in-Chief. P.S. How did you even lift it? You must have had, 5 accomplices? Unbelievable. You make a mental note never to pick a fight with this Carver person. I feel like this information is going to become relevant again. You see a thin 3-ring binder on the desk. You got pneumatic tube system operation manual. Hey. Okay. This one. Handwritten note on the desk. Read it. Robinson. First Hinden, then Carver. Who's next? Venable says if Burgess comes for him, he's gonna karate chop his desk in half. Oh, well, I see what the pile of toothpicks over there is about. Sincerely, Curtis. P.S. What's karate? Whoever works at this desk for other cufflinks, take them. You got reporter's cufflinks. Pink slip on this desk. Hinden, I'm not paying you to publish cockamamie conspiracy theories. In fact, I'm not paying you at all anymore. Clean out your desk and hit the road. Grover Burgess, editor-in-chief. P.S. You like the word cockamamie I used here? It's a slang term I coined. It means ridiculous or implausible. I think it's going to catch on. It caught on for a while, and then now nobody uses it. Which is kind of a shame. Half-finished letter on the typewriter. Reads, Reginald, I think Burgess is on to us. We've gotten careless. In fact, maybe I shouldn't be typing this out as a letter instead, just talking to you in person. Why am I doing this? Meet me under the water cooler this afternoon. Oh, crap. Here comes Burgess with the pink slip. Sincerely. Doesn't say who it's from. The writer must have gotten fired before you typed their name. Also under the water cooler. What's that about? AP feed. Oh, hey, it's one of those new arcane press news feed things. High tech. Gaze into it. Partisan bards declare independence. Claim debauched tavern as a sovereign city-state. Keep watching. Charles Lindenberg cooks stew. Onlookers report it smells like it might be beef or maybe lamb. Prohibition agents confiscate 40 barrels of wine. 10 cheese wheels and some nice fresh honeycomb was also seized. I see, we're making a charcuterie board. Babe Ruth gets a haircut. Barbara says, you'd think he would have left a better tip. A severe storm causes trolley disaster. Prevents 5 other trolley disasters. Jack Dempsey removes teeth to improve boxing skill. Says Dempsey in an interview. Today's winning racehorses, Grizzler's mother, too much corn, and howitzer jacket. I just want to see if it's going to give me anything if I keep reading these. Today's list of band dances. The Chutney Slider, the Dirty Dirty Blitz, and the Upside Down Tango. Second edition of the Principia Mathematicum published. We still cannot understand a word of this, say local children. Okay, we have cycled all the way back through. Newspaper archives from 1783 to 1799. Without any specifics to look up, it seems like a waste of time. 1800 to 1819, same thing. 1820 to 39. 1840 to 1859, same thing. 1860 to 1879. 1880 to 1899. 1900 to 1999. Oh, yeah, October 14th, 1908, which would be the date that Lydia died, was October 13th. What date would you like to look for in the archives? Lydia's death. You find something interesting. You gave him 5 experience. Tragic accident certain to have no consequences. Tragedy occurred yesterday evening when Hiram O'Crullins, owner of the first mass-produced commercial automobile registered in the state, accidentally struck and killed the state's first hitchhiker. A person standing on the side of the road attempting to solicit transportation from passing motorists. Fortunately for Mr. Crullins, the notion that vengeful spirits of the dead might haunt the places of their demise in murderous phantasmic rage has been rejected by modern science as rather unlikely, wouldn't you say? Unlikely, yeah, sure. And then 1920 to present. Look through them, same thing as nothing. Okay, so we found out more about Lydia. Although I'm curious though when the first actual death via car accident occurred. Just out of curiosity, is it around the same year? Because I'm intrigued. Hey everyone, Future the 13 Scala here. So normally I would just put this as information down in the bottom when I asked the question about who the first death was by automobile. And I started off on Wikipedia to get an idea, because when I literally just typed it straight into Google, you can see there's a gajillion different answers to that question. So there was like some argument over like Mary Ward or Bridget Driscoll, because if you look at the Guinness Book of World Records, the Guinness Book of World Records credits the first death by automobile to Bridget Driscoll, um, who, let's see, received fatal injuries when she walked into the path of a moving car going at about 4 miles per hour as it was giving demonstration rides at the grounds of the Crystal Palace in London, UK on the 17th of August, 1896. She was about 44 years old. Predating the death uh, of Miss Driscoll was the death of Mary Ward in Belfast, who fell out of a steam-powered carriage. Driscoll was therefore the first pedestrian killed by a car, but Ward was the first person to die as the result of riding in a car. So I feel like they wanted to like separate it, right? So she was the first person to get killed by another vehicle, whereas Mary Ward was the first person to get killed by a vehicle, period. Which they back it up on the uh, government sites, public medicine, medical knowledge, all this stuff. So we're looking at some decent, like credible sources on this one. But she was a microscopist, artist, astronomer, and naturalist, who was from a small town in like the Midlands of Ireland in 1869 is when she passed. And we're talking about Mary Ward specifically here. But she fell out of the carriage, the steam powered carriage, and died getting crushed by the giant heavy wheels of that steam powered carriage. So I think this is kind of more in line with sort of like a train, but not really, based on like the heavy iron wheels idea. But she's technically the first fatality by something that is considered a car. I didn't think when I went down this rabbit hole that this was going to be literally this complex, but I figure I would take you guys with me because I was like, I feel like I'm learning so much stuff I never actually thought to learn. Anyway, none of these deaths were anywhere near 1908 or even October 13th in any way, shape, or form. They made up dates, though granted, I think one of the names, yeah, the Henry H. Bliss is decently close in name to, because that was one of the other people. But he was, yeah, first one. So the reason Henry Bliss is here is first collision of death in the United States, whereas everybody else, not so much. This was a rabbit hole that I went down, but here we are. For what happened to Henry H. Bliss, I'm gonna take the Wikipedia article on this one. Actually, no, I'm not. Henry H. Bliss. I just feel like I'm getting yelled at. The Smithsonian. Yeah. First pedestrian fatality hit by an electric taxi. That's one way to put it. Yeah. 1899 on this day. What day is that? September 13th. Ah! Okay, so maybe we're getting close to that. Henry Hale Bliss was hit by a car while getting off of the New York streetcar, the first pedestrian in the United States to be killed by the newfangled horseless carriages. Oh, here's an actual headline for it. Fatally hurt by automobile. Oh, someone should reach out to this. I might reach out to the Smithsonian and let them know that their magazine information is no longer accurate. I don't know. Anyway, New York Times, was a real estate dealer. Well, makes sense. Was the first fatality. It doesn't give any other details of it, but uh, according to Wikipedia, what the heck are you doing, Smithsonian? Why are you getting your sources I mean, granted, it's the Smithsonian Magazine, but it's still. Oh, oh my God! This is. Oh, hey, we hit the mother load. I'm sorry, this is the longest sidebar, but we hit the mother load. Okay, so this is the actual archive of the article. Granted, I would have to do more detail to see it, but there we go. Henry H. Bliss succumbs to his injuries in Roosevelt Hospital. If you have a subscription to the New York Times, you can see that he died September 15th, 1899, and you can read the article if you so choose. I'm sure it's this highlighted part here. But holy cow, that's insane. I'm so glad that the New York Times actually archived this so that it's not lost information in history. This is great. But either way, that's all the time that we got for this episode. So take care, everybody.